Hello and welcome to the Mill. I am your host, Dusty Crane, and this week we are talking the December 2022 Stonemaier Games e-newsletter, and there was some good stuff in it this month. First, there were 5 new products that came out to the Stonemaier Games store at this time, and they put it out there. One was the Red Rising rubber mat. One was the Tapestry rubber mat. And then we got 3 new Rolling Realms, promo realms. Those titles are Micro Dojo, Arc Nova, this one I'm really excited to try out, and Architects of the West Kingdom. So we have some new promos, again, released in sets of 3, and those rubber playmats. We also got a new progress chart. I'll get to that in just one second, but there was a survey that was attached to this e-newsletter, and inside it were some pretty interesting questions. Now, some of them Jamie actually talked about in a blog post that he did recently, and he shares a little bit about what those questions are, what the results were, and what they ended up with. But by far, in my opinion, the most interesting part were the questions about how we felt about revisiting certain worlds of certain Stonemaier games. I'm going to let you check out that survey. It's in the December 2022 e-newsletter, and if you don't have the e-newsletter coming to you already, you can go to Stonemaier Games, and up at the top it actually says news, and I think the first drop down there is e-newsletter. You can actually see all the ones that have been sent out, but check that out. Most likely me and Carol and Molly are going to go ahead and kind of go into what we think that could mean, but those questions will certainly play a part in that discussion. Let's go ahead and get to the progress chart, shall we? First, we have the Wingspan Nesting Box, the second edition. That is in print and assemble and is looking like it'll be a Q1 release in 2023. The Tapestry Expansion 3 is on to print and assemble as well, and that's also a Q1, maybe Q2 release. And even though it's not necessarily confirmed in the progress chart, I would imagine that insert that insert that is supposed to fit into the original Tapestry box that will hold all Tapestry content, I would imagine that would be done around the same time, but honestly, I've heard nothing about it in terms of like what it looks like or what it's meant to contain. The next one is Codename Draw is on to pre-production, so that made some progress. But by and large, the biggest mover this past month was Codename Crow, and that what began art, it began development, it began blind play testing, as well as solo design. So that's very cool. We had a bunch of titles that were unchanged, and that was Codename Hive, Wild, Fire, Lost, and Bone. Codename Draw is on to pre-production. I think I said that already, but just in case I didn't, I'm kind of jumping around my list here. Finally, we got to pour one out for Codename Dive. It's fallen off the list. Codename Dive is a title that has been there since December 2020. It's been there a long time, but also it only stayed in that design area. Now, I find it kind of interesting because I know Jamie in the past has always said that he only puts titles on this codename list that he's pretty confident in. You know, he's got other irons in the fire. Those don't necessarily always make it into the codename list, but Codename Dive, which once looked promising, has fallen off. Now, I always kind of wonder, and I guess I could just outright ask him, but I could always wonder, or what I do wonder is whether this was a title that at once showed promise and then another game came out that was very, very similar and maybe leaving no new ground to trod, or if it was a design with someone else, if maybe the collaboration fell through. I don't know if Jamie will talk about it. He doesn't like to talk about codenames, but I'll go ahead and bring it up just to see what comes of it. And largely, that was the news for the December 2022 e-newsletter. Again, I think that survey, definitely go check it out. It definitely definitely set the speculation fires going. Here's just a little tip for you. I have not had a chance to watch this week's Stonemaier live stream on Facebook just yet. However, Carol and Molly and I have a group chat going, and Carol had asked, hey, did you see this? Apparently, midway through the live stream this week, Jamie went ahead and decided to drop a little clue as to what the name of the Tapestry third expansion might be. Now, we've had Arts and Architecture. We had, I always mess up the second one, call it something different. It's never right, and I don't have it in front of me. But anyway, it's another 2-letter. This is going to drive me crazy. Why it's not coming to mind right now, I don't know, but it's fine. The next expansion has the letters F and F. It's sticking with that same 2 plans employees. I always goof that up too. So the first one, the 2 letters P and P. The next one, Arts and Architecture, A and A. This one, F and F. And so we have some speculation going on in the Stonemaier Games Discord. I'll go ahead and post a link in the show description to where you can find the Stonemaier Games Discord. And that is all I have for you this week. I hope you're doing well. We're getting into the holiday season, at least as of the time we're filming this. And it's a season that, is remarkably joyful for many people and difficult for others. If you're one of those people that are having a joyful time this season, I'm so happy to hear that. It's a little, I'm going to say, toned down in our house this year. I don't know if it's just everything that's gone on. We did kind of minor decorating. It's not is done up as it is in years past, but that's okay. But, I know there are some people that this season is very difficult for many reasons. So if you're one of those folks, I certainly hope that you're doing well. I hope you're able to, find some light in this season if you are one that typically finds these times dark. And of course, if you want to chit chat, the comment section here is a fine place. The Stonemaier Discord is actually a great place to go, to talk games with other gamers, to, just kind of share some camaraderie for a bit. So yeah, let me put that out there. And I think that is probably going to be it this episode. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.